Hi guys, it's Erin here and I'm here to show you how I take this red out of my hair today. About 2 months ago I used this hair dye, this L'Oreal Preference in dark red ultraviolet to add some life to my hair, and because it's now springtime, it's summer, I'm wanting a change and go for something new. But before I do that, because I'm not wanting to have this red still in my hair, I'm going to have to remove my hair colour. So I've done a bit of research and I'm going to use ColourB4 in Extra Strength. Now, I mean, there's heaps of tutorials on YouTube, but obviously everyone has different hair. Everyone has different hair dyes that they've tried previously, and their natural hair colour is different. And in my searching online, I couldn't find anyone with my hair dye and my hair texture to see how their results were. So I thought I would put together a little video and see what comes. My hair naturally is suppose an ashy medium brown, and I've dyed my hair maybe for the last 6 months this colour. Reading the pack, it does say that it contains some peroxide, so I'm expecting the ColourB4, it probably won't take me back to my natural colour, maybe a few shades lighter. I'm not entirely sure of the extent of the peroxide. As from what I've gathered, it doesn't have any ammonia or peroxide in it. It just shrinks the molecules, and so when you get into the shower you just have to really wash it really thoroughly. We'll get into that later, but wash it for like 10 minutes because that's the process of getting the dye out of your hair. If you don't wash it out enough, then the colour may reoxidize and change your hair back to the original colour, or back to the dyed colour. So I definitely like my red colour. I'm just due for a change. It's coming up to spring and summer now, and I'm wanting to go for something a little bit lighter and maybe less red. If you're curious about my hair dyeing experience with this hair colour, you can check the link up here, and it will show you my tutorial. And I hope you enjoy it and stick around for more. So in this ColourB4 box, I'll just show you what you get. The first ingredient is the ColourB4 activator. So you join that with the colour remover, which is number B, or letter B. And so you mix those two together and apply it to your entire head. The extra strength one you have to let sit for 60 minutes, so that's what I obviously do. And then you go into the shower, rinse out your hair for 5 to 10 minutes, then add the buffer, the after treatment buffer, rinse that out, reapply the buffer, and then rinse it out again, just to really thoroughly. You can't put enough emphasis on how much you need to rinse your hair to hopefully change this to something a little bit more lighter and less red, I suppose. My hair is a little bit dry, and it's a baby fine hair. Like, I wouldn't say it's the toughest hair on earth, but it can withstand a little bit. So that's why I have had to do quite a bit of research into the type of colour removal I can actually do on my hair. So if you have baby fine hair, let me know what you've tried, and you'll be able to see hopefully how much damage this causes on my hair. So the Extra Strength formula removes dark tones and build up. So because I've been dyeing my hair a reddish colour, this is obviously quite red, but I've been probably dyeing it reddish for about a year now. So I would imagine there is quite a bit of build up, which it needs removal. So it should be interesting to see what is underneath my hair dye. Now, thanks to the powers of YouTube editing, in a second you should be able to see what my hair is doing once I have the ColourB4 product on my head. So, see you in a second. Alright, so now the ColourB4 has been on my head for an hour, and I'm about to go wash it out in the shower. So I'll show you what it's done. So I'm going to take off this attractive Glad wrap and this lovely big bag that I'm wearing, that I'm sporting this new fashion today. And we'll go wash my hair and see what comes, and I'll show you the end results. So first we'll see what it looks like out of its Glad wrap. It's cling film casing. So I can see that it does look a little bit lighter, but I don't know the true extent of it until it's dried and washed and dried. So we'll see you then. Bye. And this is the after. So this is the morning after I colour removed my hair, and this is the colour I'm left with. I guess like a strawberry blonde. Kind of amazing considering the whole process would have taken about 90 minutes. So 1 hour for processing and maybe like 15 minutes for application and 15 minutes for washing. So to go from red to blonde in 90 minutes is just insane to me. So I haven't been this colour since I was probably about 13 or so that's a bit of a change. So it really shows that the blonde that you could see in my hair when it was processing really wasn't the full extent of what it was going to be when it washed out. So what do you guys think? Should I keep it this colour? Should I go over it with something a little bit less yellow-orange? No, I have to say I am surprised with how much it lifted. I didn't realise the dyes that I was using had this much peroxide in them to make my hair essentially blonde underneath, and that kind of explains a few things, why my hair was feeling a bit drier, even though it felt healthy, but it still felt quite dry, and with this much colour lift, that would explain a few things. As for the condition my hair is in now, it's dry, but I think after using a few hair masks it will be in really good condition. And it definitely saved, for one, a lot of money. I've heard quotes of around £70 to get your hair colour removed, and two, it's a lot less damaging than going through and bleaching your hair to try to get to a lighter colour on top of dye. So really pleased with the product, really pleased with the price, and pleased with the results. So that's an all-round good thing. My next hair step process will probably be making it a light brown colour and less of a yellow orangey colour. Put some hair treatments through it just to tame the frizz, and go from there. You can see that it hasn't changed my natural roots there, so it doesn't actually have any lightening products in the ColourB4. This is purely from the dye that I had used previously, and I had been using that dye for approximately 6 months, so that's how we got to this shade. I definitely feel like I've learnt a lot from this process, and future dyeing jobs I will have a better insight as to what the process is actually happening underneath my hair. As I've never used ColourB4 prior to this, I had no idea the amount of bleaching that was happening to my hair each time I dyed it darker. A few notes that I wanted to make from the ColourB4 processing. Yeah, the stuff does smell, and you hear that from everyone, but it doesn't smell any worse than, say, a normal hair dye. It kind of smells a cross between eggs and brimstone, potentially, but you know, maybe use a nice smelling conditioner the next few days, and I'm sure it will have gone. If you have any suggestions of what hair dye I should try next, leave me a comment down below. Anyway, I hope this was helpful to you, especially you girls with red or fine hair. If you like these kind of videos, you can always hit the subscribe button. I think I'll put a link up here, and there's also a button down here. If you like this sort of video, give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. It helps me out a lot and gives me a good idea as to what videos you guys want to see from me. I also have a blog if you are interested in more of my social media. I'll have them linked down below, and I look forward to seeing you again. Alright, bye now.